started with a $20 bill. I'm a newly minted student teacher with my very own class of disengaged teens. Teens who have no interest in Romeo and Juliet or poetry. My guest that day was a performance poet with $20 in his pocket. He came in the class at just the right time. The students were slumping farther and farther down in their seats. Notebooks lay unopened on the desks, and the pens were capped tight. He walked to the front of the room, taped that $20 bill to the chalkboard, and said, "You have 15 minutes to write a poem about love. Winner gets the cash. You may begin." I was horrified. This is not what they taught us in school. You can't pay kids to write a poem. There was silence. And then the sound of notebooks opening and pens scratching on paper, and they were writing, all of them. And they shared. It took a few minutes till the first poem came out, but once it did, they all followed, and they listened to each other. I was worried that I would never be able to follow this act, that they would expect a cash payoff every time I asked them to write something. But I was wrong. It had nothing to do with the $20. What they wrote for that day was to have someone to listen to them. They just wanted to be heard. I don't remember who won that day, but I remember learning 3 important things as a teacher. The first is that inspiration doesn't always come from a textbook. And the second is that sometimes an audience can motivate a writer to write. And the most important is that having a supportive space gives kids the go-ahead to take creative risk. Fast forward to 2011, the year that Lake Erie, Inc. is established as a creative writing center for youth in Cleveland of all ages, abilities, and backgrounds. In the 20-plus years since the $20 experience, one thing has stayed the same. Youth need opportunities to express who they are and how they fit in their world. And these opportunities are not always available or equitable in our communities. And in schools today, taking tests has taken away time and resources from creativity. From Euclid to the near West Side, Lake Erie, Inc. has provided creative writing programs in classrooms, community centers, and our own space in the Coventry neighborhood. We work with teachers and parents and kids coming off the playground with a poem in their pocket. In only 3 years, we've worked with more than 3,000 kids in 20 different neighborhoods. We've heard more than 3,000 stories. So why do they come? Daniel, a 7th grader who tells his stories in comic books, doesn't fit in school, and he comes because he's found a community. And for Darlene, a 6th grade girl raised in a silent household with 2 deaf parents, she came to our after-school program to share her words. She came to be heard. And Jake, a 4th grade boy with the soul of a poet who spends more time out of the classroom than in it, he comes to have a space to create. We work with all these kids, the ones who know they are writers and the ones who don't, and the ones who write all the time and are too scared to share it. We teach everything from college essay to haikus, poetry, playwriting, and puppetry. How many times in our lives are we given the chance to write what we really feel, to share what we believe in a supportive space? At Lake Erie, Inc., we encourage youth to do just this. And we support teachers as they create curriculum that allows it to happen. One of our participants responded this way when we asked him, "Why do you write?" "I write so that people will read. And when people read, they feel. And when people feel, the world moves." Your support ensures that Lake Erie, Inc. can continue to give these opportunities for youth to share their story and their message. Come and visit our table. Share your story with us. Find out how you can be involved. Help us move the world. Thank you.